Prim Sabolo Shri Guru Maharaj Ki Jai Ho, Jai Sitaram, dear devotees. Swagatam, welcome back to Sooryoday, Thursday morning simulcast on radio and TV Jaagriti with yours truly, Pandit Shiva Janak Maharaj. Beautiful day it is here in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. And dear devotees, every time we look at the headlines of the news, we see some sort of killing, some sort of murder, and so these are considered to be very great pap or very great sins in all religions. It doesn't matter what philosophy you follow, what religion you follow, even if you are atheist, we all know that it is wrong to kill. And therefore, dear devotees, it's important for us to understand and to always be conscious of that ahimsa, non-violence towards each and everyone and everything around us. And in so doing, we will minimize or reduce or even negate all the sins that we perform by killing, knowingly or unknowingly. You see, the devotees, we all will agree in our scriptures, you will hear from time to time that the Brahma Hatya, which is the killing of a Brahmana, is one of the greatest sins, their devotees. Killing of, those holy persons, those pandits and so forth, is known to be one of the greatest sins, their devotees. And we all know that the killing of any human being is equally or is also considered a very, very heinous sin, dear devotees, that can be performed by anyone. And we even break it down even further in killing of other animals, even to satiate our own hungers that human beings may do. And for vegetarians like myself, you may think that, okay, I am not killing an animal, but you are also eating plants which have life as well, their devotees. And so in so doing, you are killing and you are performing that hatya, or that killing of these innocent beings, these innocent lives, in order to satiate our own hungers as well. But if we take it even further, in a very minute and microorganism, dear devotees, at that level, interestingly, when I was doing my research for this katha, it says that, microorganisms were only discovered in the 1600s, and the 1800s is when the scientists, they went into that micro level. However, it is attributed that way before, in the times of the Jains, that they recognized that there were smaller organisms living each and everywhere around us. And they tried their best in everything that they do, even in the breeding, to not kill any of the microorganisms, those organisms around us that we can't even see with our naked eyes. You need a microscope to see them, and they are existing everywhere, dear devotees. It also says that according to the new estimates, there are about 1 trillion species of microbes or microorganisms on planet Earth. There are over 1 trillion species of microorganisms. That means that there are here, there, and everywhere. So it is practically, or it's impractical to think that any of us can do anything, breathe or move or anything, without harming or killing one of these organisms. And even in doing so, knowingly or unknowingly, we commit sins, dear devotees. What can we do, or what can we do to negate these sins that we perform and we in our daily lives that we incur, knowingly and unknowingly? We shall learn after this beautiful selection to Bhagwan Shri Krishna this morning as we begin our program, dear devotees, and we are discussing hatya, killing, and killing in any size, shape and size, it equals to a sin. And how do we eliminate those sins from our lives? We will learn after this beautiful selection. Prim Sabolo Shri Krishna Bhagwan Ki Jai Ho. प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय हो. Jai Sitaram devotees, Swagatam. Welcome back to Sooryoday, and this morning we are discussing Hatya, and more specifically we are down to Bhuta Hatya, and that is the killing of animals, dear devotees. And we may have discussed thus far that even though you are vegetarian or vegan, you are still in some way killing animals, because there are over 1 trillion species of microorganisms that exist everywhere in the air and in the water and everywhere around us, dear devotees. They exist, and by just merely moving, we are killing them. And what can we do to get rid of that path, of that sin that we incur by this, dear devotees? Let us learn. And it says here that Bhuta Hatya is recognized here as a very sinful activity. And it says, as wine is sinful or impure, if not sinful, it is impure. And therefore, Bhuta Hatya, or killing of animals, is also a sinful activity. So, you cannot counteract by performing other killings, and everything that we do, and even in performing yajnas to negate those things of the Bhuta Hatya, we are committing Bhuta Hatya in those microorganisms and so forth. And we recognize that these microorganisms, even though only in the 1600s they were recognized when you had microscopes and you could find and see them, that even in the Hindu scriptures, for example, in Manusmriti made mention of 5 slaughterhouses within your own house, and every one of us, we have these items in our homes, and we perform Bhuta Hatya every time we use these items. And it says in Manusmriti, these 5 slaughterhouses in our house. As a householder, we have a stove in where we cook our food, and every time you light that fire and you light that heat kills the organisms in the air and around it in the stove. There, devotees, you are performing Bhuta Hatya, you're killing of innocent animals. Every time, it says here, you use a grinding stone. Long ago they used a grinding stone, and now we have so many new utensils, but the grinding stones are used to sharpen knives and so forth. Now we use files and so forth. But every time you do that and you make that action, you're killing something that may be on the surface of that knife or whatever. It says when you use a broom, in Manusmriti, when you use a broom and you make every sweep that you make, you may kill some unknown organism, even like an ant, or even smaller in the microorganisms, their devotees. It says the pestle and the mortar. Now, only in a wedding ceremony you may see it as a decorative part of the Hardi ceremony and so forth. But those were utensils that were used long ago. You may say, Baba, but I don't use a mortar and pestle, so I'm not killing by that method. But you may have a blender, of course, that you use now to make things into that powdery form, the devotees. And food processors and all these things are the modern versions of that mortar and pestle that we use to get things down and grind to a very fine state. It says also in Manusmriti, water vessels. You see, there are organisms in the vessel, and when you pour that water into that vessel, you drown those organisms and you kill them. So all these are types. They're called the 5 slaughterhouses in Manusmriti, where we commit these types of sin. And we kill millions of small and invisible creatures mentioned in Manusmriti, which bind him to, of course, pap. It binds the person who commits these heinous sins by killing these organisms, and you get pap, you get sin. It is also expiate all these 5 sins that are Panch Maha Yajnas. To get rid of them, Manusmriti says, you have to perform your Panch Maha Yajnas. What are the Panch Maha Yajnas? We learn after this beautiful selection to Bhagwan Shiv this morning as we continue praying. How do we free ourselves from Bhuta Hatya, the killing of animals, the killing of any organism, their devotees? Umapati Mahadev ki Jai Ho. Umapati Mahadev ki jai ho, Jai Sitaram devotee Swagatam. Welcome back to Sooryoday with yours truly Panch Shiva Janak Maharaj. And this morning we're discussing how we can minimize the pap, the sin that we incur in this janam, in this life, dear devotees, with that of Panch Maha Yajnas and the type of sins that it negates, and the sins caused by the Pancha Suna or Bhuta Hatya, or the killing of animals, including those microscopic animals that we can't even see. So likewise it says here, knowingly or unknowingly, everyone, especially the householder or the grahas, those in the grahastis, those who are grahastis or are in the grahas ashram, householders, they commit 5 kinds of sinful activities. When we receive water from pitcher, we kill many organisms that are in it. Similarly, or likewise, when we use a grinding machine or eat food, we kill many organisms. When sweeping the floor or lighting a fire, we kill many organisms. And when we walk on the street, we may kill ants and other insects unknowingly. Consciously or unconsciously, in all our different activities, we are killing. Therefore, it is incumbent upon each householder to perform Panch Maha Yajnas, also known as Panch Suna Yajnas, and to rid himself of the reactions of such pap, such sin, dear devotees. And what are these Panch Maha Yajnas? They are listed beautifully as Deva Yajna. We all know Devta Yajna, performing your pujas, their devotees, as simple as getting up in the morning and offering your arg to Bhagwan, Shri Surya Bhagwan, their devotees, as lighting your diyas and offering a prayer in the afternoon during your sandhya, performing your pujas at home, your vidhi puja, performing your yajnas, perform your Devta Yajnas, their devotees. Rishi Yajna, study of your scriptures. Read a little Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It's very simple, their devotees. Even if you don't walk around with any of the Sri Ram Shritamanas, is very large even. It's maybe inconvenient, even though it's so neat and easy to walk around with your little Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It's very simple. Download some of the apps on your phone and have a little study of the scriptures. You're traveling in the maxi taxis and you have, instead of looking out the window minding someone else's business, read your Srimad Bhagavad Gita on your phone. There are many apps that you can download with the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. You can even have it audio, listening. Listen to it, put it into practice, their devotees. This you will perform your Rishi Yajna. And then you have your Pitri Yajna. This is paying oblations to our ancestors. Every single morning we are supposed to perform Pitri Yajna by offering of tarpan to our ancestors. However, if we cannot do so once a month on the Amavasya, we can perform. If not, there is the Pitri Paksh and the Sarva Pitri Amavasya, where we can perform our tarpan, that we can pay our respects to our Pitris, their devotees. Also, there is the Bhuta Yajna, which is taking care of the other animals or the lower life forms, that we can put a little fruit out for the birds, or drop something off to feed the cows if you have close by. Whatever way, put a little sugar for the ants to eat as well. This is Bhuta Yajna, their devotees. And then you have Atiti Yajna or Manusha Yajna, which consists of feeding and taking care of guests, taking care of human beings, their devotees. One of the most important ones, of course, showing respect, seeing Bhagwan in each and everything around us. That is the Panch Maha Yajnas. And by performing your Panch Maha Yajnas, as indicated in many of the scriptures, you have your Devta Yajna, your Pitri Yajna, Bhuta Yajna, Manush Yajna, and the Brahma Yajna, also known as Devta Yajna, Rishi Yajna, Pitri Yajna, and Bhuta Yajna and Atiti Yajna. Also the same thing, dear devotees. And you will see these names everywhere. And you look up, you research, you learn more from your Babas and your Pandits about Panch Maha Yajnas, and try your best, especially householders, grahastis, to perform these yajnas during and each and every day. You try to perform it, dear devotees. If not, there are the other circumstances where you can't perform, but perform them. And this is how you will rid yourself of those sins that you perform, those bhuta hatyas that we perform, the suna, their devotees, yagna that we can perform, panch suna yagnas that we do, that we can cause those sins to incur upon ourselves, and so we can negate them. You see, the devotees, we will discuss after this beautiful bhajan why we should do these Panch Maha Yajnas. Umapati Mahadeva ki Jai. Prim Savolo Shri Krishna Bhagwan ki Jai Ho. Jai Sitaram, dear devotees, Swagatam. Welcome back to Sooryoday. And this morning we're discussing this of Panch Maha Yajnas and how it can save us from the performance of bhuta hatya, or killing of animals, even the microscopic ones, knowingly and unknowingly, that we do perform from time to time. Even the plants and the lives that we take when we satiate our own hunger, it is killing, their devotees, hatya, and we can save ourselves from that sin of killing by performing your Panch Maha Yajnas. And so, as we said, you do Devta Puja, you can perform worship to the Pitris, you can give to the underprivileged human beings, you can give to the those lower life forms, their devotees of the animals, and so you can read your scriptures and learn more to be a positive person, and all these will help you from that bhuta hatya, of killing of animals. And why do we do it? In all these things, dear devotees, Bhagwan Shri Krishna in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, he says, all that you offer unto me and all that you do in my name, it comes as an offering to me, and so one day you will come to me. And as you do all these things, especially when you give food and so forth, you say Krishna Arpanam. What does that mean? I give this in the name of Shri Krishna. That Guru has taught us that when you do that, it's you're putting Krishna Arpanam. I am not given this. I'm giving this in the name of Shri Krishna. Therefore, whatever merit, whatever demerit, it goes towards Krishnaji. It's not going to my bank account. You know, he gave the example of if you open an account for someone, and in that account they are the sole signatory. You can put how much money you want in there, but you can never withdraw. You see, our karmas, we come back here when we have karmas, we have something to repay. However, if we have nothing to repay, then we have nothing to come back here for, and we attain moksha, dear devotees. So in so doing, dear devotees, by performing your Panch Maha Yajnas, you're negating all those sins, you're repaying all those things, you're saying Krishna Arpanam, I do this in the name of Shri Krishna, and you free yourself, you attain moksha. Devotees, I hope this helps. I hope you put it into practice. I hope you research it more and find out more about it. Panch Maha Yajnas, saving yourself some hatya from the sins of killing, whatever minute way we may do it. So as we leave you this morning, we pray, Om Asatoma Sadgamya Tamasoma Jyotirgamya Mrityorma Amritam Gamya. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om.